So I'm here with my friend Josh. He's a fellow military, Air Force. We just wrapped up some training for Air Force combatives at my home gym here, my little home dojo. And you know, he does Gracie Jiu Jitsu. We wanted to do, again, this is what happens to me in my life. I start teaching combatives, and then people are like, Tony, what about that Gracie Jiu Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu? Show me a move, I have a question. And then it just goes. And then if he was more security forces, then it would be like, hey, how can I do the handcuffing techniques and rest and all this other stuff? So that gets more into the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, the overall Jiu-Jitsu as a picture. We start calling it Tahoe Jitsu. All right, so good. We got a good sweat. We worked a lot today. Really, thanks for coming. Now, I want to show something from the guard pass. Lay down, please. Head facing this way, feet this way. More space this way. All right. Your guard pass for the half guard is a lot of like where you're going to be at. So if I'm down here, passing the guard, it's going to be very hard for me to get from here to here to here, and then around the neck where I want to be. And then I want to peekaboo my knee so it can go to the mount or knee cut left or right. So you need to know direction. You're either going to go this way or you're going to go that way, based on the way his hips are. And you got to get your knee free. He's going to hang on to the ankle. It's half guard. But that's my point. I need to know half guard passing down here, where he's pushing my head. He's not giving me my grip around his neck. So I got to get that leg free. So the point is, I need to know some things down here, at least two, sometimes three, where I can't get around his neck to kick my leg straight and either head this way or that way, you know, heading around for the guard pass. Sometimes I start to move up the body as he's pushing my shoulders. I can kind of twisting control. Again, I peekaboo my knee. I can start to go to the mount or wedge to get my leg out. Then we get usually around underneath the body here, either on the near side or the far side or both, and our underhook around the head. This is usually the last position, under the head or over the shoulder. So you have your different reference points. Ideally, come back more this way, please. You need to understand that when he's on his side, he or she, he has more leverage to put you in the guard, sweep you, submit you, and you need to be able to roll the person's back flat. As he's on his side, it's going to be very hard for me to push with all my weight here. He has a good angle, but it's pretty easy to start to circle my legs this way and make his hips go flat. So I do a little half circle. Now, with that all being said, I want to work on a nice tight Carlson Gracie pressure that I got from Rodrigo Monderos, recently my instructor. It's really nice. So I'm tucking my back foot tight below my glute. If I have my foot out here, he'll start to hook it, get into a lockdown. And then I got to do a whole sequence in the system to get it out. So I bring my foot nice and tight. I'm just sitting. This elbow is here. The game plan is going to be he's either going to underhook me, and he's on his side, or I'm going to underhook him. Typically what happens is people hug around like this with their grip, and as they press down and they start to pass the guard, by the time they get their leg out, if they do, their hand falls asleep. So what I'm looking to do here, he's going to start back flat just for the sake of it. I'm going to roll him on his side by moving him back this way. I give him the position. Now, my hand is going to just kind of slap and hold around his spine just like this. From this point on, I'm going to grab his elbow, my head dives here. And I start to drive my shoulder and make his back go flat. Usually going to crash. Hold my feet there. Good, I have the tripod. I'm holding his arm. I have a lot of pressure underneath his spine. My leg starts to shake, shake, shake. My knee peekaboos. Means I can go to the mount or the cut. As I do the knee cut, he's going to hold onto my foot. As I make this pressure, I'm still driving this way. My head is going this way. Too many people will go like this and they start to sit through and they try to kick with his leg. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're going to get more pressure if you start to move your hand and step till the leg comes out. Now I have the wedge. Under his body, I have a good pressure. This hand can now manipulate his neck. I have my chest on his chest. He's feeling everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah. My head low. I'm very nice and good. All right, so come this way, please. First, protect your foot. Kind of put it underneath your glute. Walk him backwards with your hand. Not my hand posted, elbow on the mat. Hug the nut on the body. Now I start to drive. Hold the arm. Head low. Start to pressure. Make the tripod here. If he doesn't trap my foot, I'm stepping out. But here I start to cut. Here, head, step, pressure. There's my pressure. Carlson Gracie pressure. Now, Tony. That's all good, but usually they get the underhook. Here. You still protect your foot. My hand is here. This hand, I can start to press into his shoulder and get the underhook. It's a really good technique, click tight. So from here, I sit back, this hand makes a frame, I post the shoulder and get an underhook. That's just a nice tactic that I like to use, especially if it's a battle for inside control. But what I really want is to keep everything tight. This elbow is pressing down, right here in my elbow. My hand down here, he's gonna come up on his elbow. Yeah, just like that, my hand comes in easy. If it doesn't, he's on his side, I can kind of walk him back a little bit, my hand sneaks in here. Yeah, he came up on his elbow again. But I get just like this, now I can start to press him down, and my hands can lock underneath his body with a nice tight body lock. So again, if he's on his elbow, come up on your elbow, come up, good, right there. Keep this whizzer, this little elbow pressure down, my hand's gonna come underneath, and then I lock my hands, and I can press them down. Oh, there's the pressure again. When I lock my hands, I'm not making a fist, I'm just gonna go like this. Because I need my arm flat. Again, if I'm hooking, I make a fist, all that blood's gonna go into my wrist. Under, good job, Josh. Now hit, slap, and I press down. Now I press with my weight. A lot of shoulder pressure. I start to walk this way with my knee, peekaboo the knee, and come to the mouth. Or step out. Let's watch the leg work, because that's a lot of magic down there. So I'll protect. He gets the underhook. Very nice. My hand sneaks underneath. Clasp. Pressure. I start to walk my body this way. Good. That'll peekaboo the knee. And I can mount. Boom. Or wedge all the way to the other side. And I get the underhook. Look, I still have that underhook, that pressure. Hand comes to the head. There's my next wedge. Body weight. So you can head to the cross side, the mount, or the other sides. Like I said, sometimes there's three. Very nice. At any point during this half guard position, as I'm trying to get my positioning, and he uncrosses his feet to try to like bridge and roll me this way, over, or try to knock me out over here this way, I need to take advantage of that by simply taking my leg out. So as he goes, go, I step my leg out and pass the guard. If he tries to roll me this way, base, back to the mount. So this is one of those, please come up, one of those ideas like a headlock escape. You have to have your positioning, you have to have your angle, you need to know what you're going to do with the elements of the technique so you're not relying on physicality. But at any point the guy lets go of the headlock, take your head out. No brainer. And it's the same thing for a half guard pass. You have your objectives, you're trying to make the guy's back flat, you're trying to get your superior grips, positioning, and you're going to create a nice pressure. Peekaboo the knee, which means getting his thigh below your kneecap, so your knee peekaboos, now it's mobile to go this way, that way. But while you're doing all this stuff, if the guy steps his leg out to try to like bridge you, you step your leg out. He's uncrossed his legs. That's the idea. All right, thank you. Thank you.